What's up, everybody? This is Mercury Roberts back at it again with another episode of Divinity Unleashed. And man, oh man, oh man, the fool is up to his neck in problems right now. So let's rewind a little bit before I jump into this next card because he's all hung up now. So back in the Chariot, he had went into power. Then he was attacked by the enemy in the Strength card. And then after that, this conflict was going on, and so he had to go within. Once he went within, he said, you know what? I need to trust the universe and the wheel of fortune. And then when he trusted in the universe, he ended up learning the laws of life and justice. And so now he understands the laws of life. You got people who don't see it the same way. And so they accuse you. They accuse you of what you believe because they don't understand it. And so they persecute you. And so you feel hung up. You feel hung up, you feel lost, and what to do next? What to do next? And so which brings me to this next card, which is a wonderful card when everybody is against you. And sometimes you don't know when to win or how to win because they keep going. The Hangman card comes up. And so, as you see this gentleman right here, he's all hung up. Now, why? This is one of the most unique and well-versed cards in the tarot. It has so many different meanings that it's not funny. But to generalize it for you guys, that's what I'm here to do. So, he hangs on a tree, right? A wood tree. And there's leaves hanging from the top of it. So he's hung there. He's actually bound by a rope here. It almost seems like he did that himself. Because he has the figure 4 here is almost like submission. In a submission figure, right? And he has his hands behind his back, so it shows his vulnerability. And he has the circle around his head, which we call a halo. If you notice through pictures of like religious leaders like Jesus or to say, or even Buddha or anybody who's considered to be holy, they have this around their head. It's like the sun glow. And what this sun glow means is that they are enlightened. They are enlightened beings. So they see things from a different perspective, not like the average person. See, once you learn the laws of the universe, you start to see things differently. But not everybody is enlightened. And so they will attack you. They will persecute you because he's surrounded by this grayness. You see this grayness around him? That's confusion. Gray stands for confusion, conflict. When you see gray, you're thinking of in the gray area, right? That's at least what I'm thinking. So with this card right here, okay, he has a blue shirt on, he has red pants. So he has the energy to react. Because these are his legs. He has the energy to react. The blue shirt is saying that this is an emotional conflicting situation. There's people that are after him. And he has to learn the greatest lesson in life. And that sometimes you have to give up in order to win. Let me say that again. Sometimes you have to give up in order to win. which means it is not always time to fight. Sometimes you might be fighting in a situation and it only gets worse. You may be angry at somebody and think that fighting is the only way. Sometimes turning your back is the best way. Sometimes when people rise against you and nobody sees things your way, the best thing to do is let go and let God, as they say, right? Let go and let God. Because we have no control over what our enemies are capable of doing, or what people will do to hinder you, to hang you up. Sometimes we can hang ourselves up, right? In our own mess. In our own mess, we can hang our own selves up. This happens so much. I've done it so many different times. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just the stories. And we'll get into those stories later because I want you guys to share my world too. But the hangman tells you to persevere. He tells you to let go, let God, and allow this situation to alleviate itself. Sometimes you don't have to react to win. Sometimes you can let go and win. You know what I mean? If you're trying to create a relationship, this card will come up. If you are trying to embark on a relationship, but the other partner is not being, is not giving you what you want, but y'all really, you know this person likes you, but they're not giving you what you feel like you deserve yet. Sometimes you gotta let go and sacrifice. You gotta let go and keep doing what you're doing and persevere through the situation, and eventually they will notice you. Now, this card can also come up if you're not sacrificing, if you're trying to fight a situation and you need to sacrifice, you need to let go. You need to just be like, all right, I put my hands up. I'm not going to keep fighting this situation because this may not help me. So let me just let go and see what happens. See from the observing eye, because this circle of globe is around his head. So it's saying he's enlightened. He's seeing things from a spiritual aspect. He doesn't see it as a physical thing. So maybe the other people see it physically because he's hanging on a wood tree. Maybe they see it physically, but he doesn't. So this is a very spiritual card because it's ruled by Neptune. And Neptune is the most psychic and spiritual planet. It is the planet of revelation. It is the planet of isolation, getting with yourself, like the Hermit card almost. But see, the Hermit card is more analytical. This card with Neptune already knows. He knows the answer because the answers come from the divine. Divine sees all things before you see them. And so sometimes you got to let the divine come into your situation and take over, because you can't all the time. You don't always got the answers. That's just like with the Wheel of Fortune. When you're going with the flow of life, you got to let go, right? You got to let go and let God. You learn that lesson with the 10 cards, to let go and let God. With this card, it's let go and God will fight for you. You know what I mean? The universe will fight for you. You don't have to always win the battle. You don't always have to have the last word. Sometimes you can let things happen the way they're supposed to happen, and believe in yourself and believe in your cause. Okay? Because Neptune is all about believing in the cause. You know what I mean? Believing in the spiritual cause, having spiritual belief, believing in something higher than yourself. That's why he hangs from a tree, because he has beliefs that are higher than himself. The symbolism of these cards are beautiful. When you get to understand them, you see it in a different light. You know? And so it says that you can produce good answers from your beliefs. There will be production because there's leaves on this tree hanging. So it says even though you're going in this gray area, if you go within, as you see, most of the cards say go within. Know thyself. Man, know thyself. That is the most important saying you can ever hear. Man, know thyself. If you don't know yourself, You will lose a lot. You will see yourself losing a lot. So with the hangman, it's basically telling you to seek higher inspiration. Sometimes you gotta step back and not be in the foreground fighting. Let go. Let your enemies do what they want. I put my hands up, buddy. You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm wrong and you're right. But inside here, you're winning. You're winning because you know what you believe. You know what you understand. So you don't always have to fight the situation to win. Mahatma Gandhi, even though there's things about him, still the purpose that he stood for. He sat down and was in peace. He didn't fight the people who were trying to harm him. He stayed in peace. Martin Luther King promoted peace. He knew that there was racism and things like that going on, but he promoted peace. He thought he would win in that manner. And so many other people, they won through peace. Peace is usually the way. And you only get peace from being spirit. From being in spirit. Being in spirit. So with the hangman card, sometimes you gotta sacrifice for the greater benefit of others. And so that is the description of the hangman card. Oh, how could I forget? So this card is the 12 card. And 12 is the completion of all things. And so it says it's coming to a time of completion. 12 is the number of completion and expression. Some type of self-expression, because if you add 12 up, it comes up to 3 in numerology, which is the number of self-expression. It's how you express yourself. So meaning, sometimes you can step back and watch a situation unfold and see the battle being won for you. It's a form of self-expression. Sometimes you can express yourself by not expressing yourself. There's rules to this. There's levels to this, people. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the hangman card. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate everybody really just tuning in and listening to what I gotta say. I got so much more coming, and I'm glad to be doing this with you guys. Love, peace, life, blessings, divinity unleashed.